What is up, Hexicans and Pulsinators? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to tell you about a great opportunity where you're going to be able to make insane gains without even buying Pulse or PulseX. And I also want to talk on some FUD that recently was released about a day ago, as well as some other new projects in the Pulse ecosystem like Myntra and Hedron, etc. Those other projects that aren't associated with Richard Heart, but they still have Pulse branding. So just an update, we're at about 1,027,000,000. The number's not going up too fast. Obviously, the volume bonus is not too good right now. But keep in mind the last 4 days, which starts the 21st of February, the volume bonus will be a flat 1.75, so we could see a roll-in of more funds. But as of now, we'll probably just stay around this billion mark. And a lot of people have asked, when is Pulsechain coming out? The answer, no one has that answer except for Richard Heart, and maybe the developers have a little bit more of a clue. But ultimately, guys, it could be coming out after the sacrifice phase, or it could be a little bit longer after that. No one knows. It's all speculation. A good tweet here from Richard. I think he might have deleted it. I couldn't find it on Richard's page, so I got it off K4K Crypto's page. Love K4K's Crypto's channel. If you guys have not heard of K4K Crypto, definitely check them out. But you probably already have. So he says, watching Pulsex.com's developers test some features. I could see staking PLSX to get the incentive token, but not PLSX. So what does this mean? A lot of people have talked about liquidity farming, right? Providing liquidity on two sides of a pair and getting the fees from that trading pair. This is an opportunity where you don't have to have a pair. You just stake your PLSX. You don't get any other token. Just press stake on your PLSX, and you'll be able to farm this incentive token. There's no name for it. We don't know what it'll be called, but think of Pancake Swap as cake, right? You yield farm to get that incentive token cake. PulseX will have some incentive token names to be determined, but a lot of people were excited about this. It's kind of older news, but if you hadn't heard of it, you'll be able to natively stake your PLSX just to get some rewards, and I imagine I'll definitely be doing some of that. And now, Eric Wall, a lot of people don't like him in the crypto community. They're not in the crypto community, in the Hex community. His interview with Richard Heart before Hex came out is a little infamous now. This guy said in the interview, this is the dumbest idea ever, Richard, referring to Hex. And I watched the whole interview. It actually was one of the most informative interviews I had seen of someone talking with Richard Heart about his project. Now, Eric Wall, as Richard said, is a professional shit talker. He talks about all the shit coins, and he's honest about most of them. Personally, I don't think he has the best grasp on Hex, but he's one of the top 3 thought leaders. He's up there with Vitalik when it comes to crypto. Don't take my word. That's what Richard Heart literally said. There's a clip on Twitter. I forget where I saw it. Richard literally has acknowledged Eric Wall's a genius when it comes to this stuff. Now, a lot of the times, geniuses don't have everything figured out, and this could be a situation. Now, this is what he said yesterday. He said, Hex is down 63% over 5 months. When this is pointed out, Hexicans like to show you a log chart, which makes the drop look not as severe. But no matter if you use log or linear, you can't escape the fact that this is the severest drop. Bad grammar here. It's the most severe drop Hex has suffered over that long of a period. Then he goes to conveyor volume. He says when Hex was at its all-time low, which we always say Hex did a 10,000x from its all-time low, trading volume was 5,000 a day. In September of 2021, the volume was 100 million a day. And he's saying this difference in volume from all-time low to all-time high is significant. He's saying because the difference in volume, the log chart doesn't actually give a fair picture, blah, blah, blah. Now, a lot of people give me crap for my thoughts on Hex because I called it the dumbest effing thing I've ever heard in my entire life in an interview with Richard Heart. But go back to that interview and listen to what I actually said. The criticism that I had was that the whole thesis of Hex is predicated on future demand and that it was based on an unsustainable premise. Nowhere in that interview do I discredit the potential for a price pump. In fact, I acknowledge the price pump, and that's not what I call dumb. Listen at 4730. I ask Richard, how do you get increasing demand? And Richard responds, I've already got increasing demand, and I don't even have a product. To which I respond, Yeah, but that's now. I'm talking about 5 years from now. It's going to pan out at some point. And I think we've reached the point where demand is likely started to pan out. I think Hex has reached the cusp of its marketing peak. These are the reasons why. There's been insane marketing efforts for Hex, blah, blah. Hex is already worth tens of hundreds of billions of dollars. True. PLSX is stealing attention from Hex. And when Pulsechain launches, a whole new myriad of opportunities for people who love RH branded coins will continue to emerge. Now, keep in mind, this guy probably could have made over $100 million by investing in Hex early, but he didn't. So this could easily be some copium. Guys like this have egos, and it's hard to marinate with all the gains that you missed out on. I think this is a point that he gets fundamentally wrong. PLS and PLSX will bring attention to Hex. The communities of Pulsechain and PulseX are already larger than the Hex community. And you can see every day there's more Hex stakers. Slowly but surely, every day there are more stakers. And he wants to talk about this big dip on the chart, which is fair. There has been a massive dip on the chart. But you also have to include the massive run-up that happened with the sacrifice phase in Pulsechain. Pulsechain's announced, sacrifice phase, boom. Capitulation now. That was about a 400-500% markup. And we're just moving sideways because I think a lot of people are waiting for that Pulsechain copy to come out and for parity, for prices to reach parity. So basically, this guy calls the top on Hex because he doesn't think we'll be able to increase demand. Personally, when I look at Hex only has 75,000 stakers. Crypto in general is so new, let alone something as small as 75,000 stakers, right? Shiba Inu has over 1 million. SafeMoon has over 1 million. These absolutely horrible projects, right? Hex doesn't even have 100,000 stakers. And a lot of us have multiple wallets staking. So it's probably smaller than 75,000, right? So imagine once the amount of stakers does a 10x. What happens to the value of the token, right? Metcalfe's law, right? 10 squared. So I don't really see how he thinks we aren't going to have more marketing. You look at this documentary that's coming out. The normies, people on Netflix, they love their documentaries. And that 2-minute snippet of the highest of stakes, man, I can't wait to watch that thing. I'm going to watch it multiple times because they've really made it super engaging and suspenseful. And it seems like a documentary that people are really going to want to eat up and learn about. Also, guys, Gerardo forked Myntra. I'm curious what you guys think about this whole Myntra sacrifice. Personally, in my radio broadcast, when I've been talking to new people in Pulse and Hex, I've probably talked to 30 or 40 people that are brand new to Pulsechain, and they call into my radio station to just ask questions. And a lot of these people don't know that Hedron and Liquid Loans are not Richard Hart affiliates, right? Liquid Loans, Myntra, Pulse Doge, Hedron. This person was saying, I don't like hexicans who become maximalists. Cancel culture, unfollow me, whatever you do. This is a free market, so yes, here they are. Richard says he doesn't like to associate with projects that take his branding, right? They target Hex and Pulse communities because he can't put his stamp of approval. He doesn't know ultimately what they're going to do. And he doesn't have the time to spend auditing and researching them himself, right? Richard's building his own stuff. Ultimately, too, think about all the money that does get put into these projects. And correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't done a lot of research on these, but this is all economic energy that's coming away from Hex, PLS, and PLSX. One thing I think that should at least be done on things like this, right? When you literally copy and paste the sacrifice phase from Richard Hart, like, I don't want to bring anyone down, but it just put a bad taste in my mouth because I know that noobs will see this. And if they thought Liquid Loans was a RH project, if they thought Hedron was a Richard Hart project, they're going to see this sacrifice phase that looks identical. They even copied the .info web domain, Myntra.info, just like Pulse. You would think this is literally Richard Hart. So the least you could do is don't mislead people. Let them know this is zero affiliation to Pulsechain, to Richard Hart's projects, and it's totally different. Because I feel like you're kind of taking that branding and that customer safeness that Richard's instilled, and you're kind of ripping off of it a bit. Personally, I don't really like this, but anyone who's building something, I mean, I'm going to support people building stuff. I just think you should have a disclaimer. This is not a Richard Hart project. None of these are Richard Hart projects. Don't get offended. Don't get upset that they're not Richard Hart projects. It's just the truth. All right. So acknowledge that it's the truth. Let the customers know you have no connection to them, because you know you're eating off some of that Richard Hart customer satisfaction when you target his communities. All right. I'm positive, because I've had countless people say, oh, liquid loans is not Pulsechain, or is not Richard Hart's project, because Pulsechain's so new. People think everything on it is Richard Hart related. And you can't cure everyone's stupidity, but a lot of this blockchain stuff, people aren't even stupid. It's just very confusing for a lot of people. Whether you're young or you're old, it's confusing stuff. So shout out to Gerardo for building this stuff and forking OpenSea. But one, I don't really know why you need a token. Two, at least make it known that this is no affiliation to the official Pulsechain. And three, yeah, good luck building. I think a lot of people like NFTs, and this could be a wildly massive success. But like I said, I just don't like the exact copy and paste. I'd like to hear Richard Hart's opinion on this. I have a feeling he also probably, I think this probably put a little bit of a bad taste in his mouth. But honestly, he doesn't care about this stuff. He's got too much going on. Now, how do you become a millionaire without buying any PLS or PLSX? Okay, K4K Crypto did a video talking about this recently. Just this website. I talked about it when Coffee Crypto talked about it a few weeks ago. But essentially, in K4K Crypto's video, he goes and he looks at Ethereum, right? Ethereum is very similar to Pulsechain, right? When we think of Pulsechain, we think of Ethereum. And let's look at Ethereum when it started, right? Ethereum started, this isn't even the full chart, but you could get Ethereum for under $1. I think some people got Ethereum for 15 cents, right? And it did a 10,000x. It did wonderful, right? FreePulse.io, it will allow you to log in with your MetaMask, and every hour you can claim Pulse tokens, right? One person gets $200 an hour. Most people claiming you'll get a small amount, right? But is it really a small amount? Because if we think about Pulsechain, we are day one. It's not even out yet, right? This product has so much potential. You're as early as you can be. Imagine that these free tokens you get do a 1000x. Say all day long for 24 hours straight, you're drinking coffee. You sit here, you claim free Pulse tokens every hour, right? Say you get 50 cents per hour, right? Not too good, not too bad. It's free money. 50 cents every hour, that's $12 in a day. Now say Pulsechain does a 1000x in 2 years. It could do more, it could do less. That one day of pressing this button is now $12,000. Okay? So shout out to freepulse.io, the people that built this. Felix and Victor, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm trying to get Felix, one of the founders of this. Oh yeah, it says it right here. Felix and Victor. I'm trying to get Felix onto the show and do an interview with him, because I think this is a great project. It's very humbling that they're giving away their money, right? They don't have to do this. They believe in this project so much. They're giving up hundreds of thousands of their money, probably, to the community to onboard people. Because who doesn't like getting free money? And I've even seen some of the website traffic from them. They recently were showing that the website is getting insane traffic, guys. I'm looking for it very fast. Can't find it. But this isn't even live yet, right? Because Pulse isn't even out yet. And people are claiming the free tokens, like hundreds of thousands a day, just like for fun. So imagine once it's actually out. This is awesome. It just gets me excited. If you guys, Felix or Victor, if you're watching this, I'd love to talk to either one of you. And thank you for your work. It's very honorable. And guys, let me know in the comments below. What do you think about the Myntra sacrifice? Am I kind of coming at Gerardo too hard? Do you agree with me that there should be a very staunch disclaimer? This has nothing to do with Richard Hart. Do you think that the fact that it's exactly the same, is that cool? Is that, I don't know, man. I just think it could have been done a little bit differently. And like, what are you even using the token for, right? It's like OpenSea doesn't have a token for a reason. Look at Looks Rare. They airdropped that Looks token, and now it's just a bunch of watch trading. No one even uses Looks as a OpenSea competitor. I think all these OpenSea competitors honestly like won't go anywhere. But if Pulsechain becomes bigger than Ethereum, all the D apps are on Pulsechain. Myntra could be the standard in the future. Who knows? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. God bless you all. Can't wait for Pulsechain and PulseX to come out. And if you do have other questions, comments, concerns, I do live radio broadcasts. So subscribe to my channel, hit that bell next to the subscribe button, and turn on all notifications by hitting that bell. And whenever I go live, I put a number on the screen. You can call in live on radio, ask me a question. And it's really helpful for people that are new to Hex and Pulse. And they just want to get answers really quick. I'm not an expert, but I know I'm damn near an expert on these projects, and I could probably save you a lot of time. So check out the radio broadcast. God bless you all. Until next time.